Hello, viewers. I'm so excited to welcome you to the first episode of the Personality Program. I'm your host, Miss Hadijo. The Personality Program is a medium where we invite people from heterogeneous backgrounds that will be coming on board to share their life experience with us, which is going to serve as a source of inspiration and motivation to all the youngsters out there. Today we have a very special guest in our studio by the name Mohammed Ba. So our topic of discussion will be centered on his professional life experience. Mohammed Ba, commonly known as Ba, he is the current president of the Gambia Press Union, GPU. He is a member of a civil society coalition and is human rights activist. So MS, welcome to our podium, and it is a pleasure to have you in here.
Yeah, it's a pleasure, having me here.
And thanks for coming.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Okay, so Mr. Ba, today we want you to share your personal professional life experience with us from where you started and how far you have become.
Okay, thank you. I'm a journalist and civil rights advocate as well as a human rights advocate. I started my journalism career a decade ago, and before then, I've been into youth activism, got inspiration from various activities that I've been doing, in various platforms. And I believe that I need to give voice to the voiceless. That is what made me to go into journalism, because I believe journalism have a bigger platform to amplify the voices of the voiceless. Um, it was so difficult because at the time when journalism was seen to be a crime, by government during the era of Jammeh, where you will have, pressure from family, from your community, from, people around you telling you that, you might be killed, you might be disappeared, you might be arrested and held incommunicado, and you might lose your life. So it was so difficult as a young journalist, but I have to go through, believe in myself as a young person with all those threats and hurdles that came into my way, and understanding the situation at the time. So I decided to go forward with my career. And now I can say it has helped me because I've won several awards in the National Journalism Award, and now I am the president. Before then, I was the vice president, and now the president of the Gambia Press Union, which is a huge achievement for myself. Hadn't been, I was listening to the family pressure, some of the family members and friends as well as loved ones. Probably their intention is to see me safe, but I believe in life. You have to believe in yourself to get what you want. And I believe that life is a struggle from the day you were born till the day you'll die. So the most important part of it is to leave a legacy. Life is all about impacting other people's life. If you cannot do that, then I think your life is not worth living. So that is my principle. Like anytime I'm doing some things or things, I gauge it whether it is benefiting others. So that is what my perception is. If it is benefiting others, it is okay. I go for it. So this is my inspiration.
Yeah, that's very good, and congratulations, MS Ba. That was something that was like amazing. So what were the challenges or the obstacles that you encountered during your journey?
Yes, as I said earlier, I have a lot of challenges. That is family pressure. And sometimes you pursue a story, people will be like, yeah, you have to drop the story. And sometimes you have calls from probably unknown personalities who will be threatening you, when you're investigating a certain story at the time. And also, family pressure telling you that, you have the potential to divert to other career. You have banking here, you have law, you have other things. Why not you just forego this and then concentrate on other stuff? So you have those prospects. And they will tell you, yeah, there's no money in journalism. Why should you go in for that? So those are challenges. Sometimes you probably, stop at once and think of, yeah, what people are saying is true, but it's just a matter of, thinking ahead and saying, hey, this is what I want, so I want to go for it. So this is what happened. Though these are challenges, and then there were challenges rather, but human nature itself is a challenge. Like whatever you do, you see challenges, and those challenges are experience. You build upon those challenges to move ahead. So I believe without challenges, you cannot improve. So this is what makes me improve.
Yeah, and I guess because of the passion you have in what you are doing, that's why you are here today.
Sure.
And in life, if life trying to put you in certain situation, do not say why me, but say try me instead. So, Mr. What are your personal achievements in your career?
Yeah, actually, as I said, there are a lot of personal achievement. For instance, I've published several stories that has yielded dividend. For instance, disaster, people who, were rendered homeless by disaster, natural disaster. And in the end, they will have support. And also probably people who were neglected, for instance, communities who lack schools, they lack water facilities. We've published those kind of stories, and we've seen how it yielded dividend. People who, cannot easily access health facilities, and among other things, policy issues. So these are achievements that we've made to impact others, and personal achievement, as I said, we've already got, we've traveled and met a lot of people in Africa and outside. I believe those are personal achievements, and also winning awards and, uh, being at the top of the helm of affairs in the media, the fraternity in this country, which I believe would not be possible without the help of journalists. So these are achievements, I believe.
Yeah, that was something that's so interesting, Mr. As we are heading to the December 4th presidential election, and Mr. You have over 10 years of experience when it's come to conducting election in the Gambia. So, Mr. Why is voting essential?
Yeah, yes, absolutely. Voting is very key in our democratic process.
Yeah.
Voting is one thing that gives power to the people to decide. Like, for instance, if you look at the Constitution, Section 2, Section 1, Subsection 2, which states that sovereignty lies in the hands of the people, from which all organs of government derives their authority. This is a provision which is, showing that people have the authority to decide who are going to be the next government, or who are going to steer the affairs of their country, which is given to them. So we also have Section 26 of the Constitution, this is the 1997 Constitution, which gives everyone the right, a political right, to participate in elections, to vote and to be voted for. So our Section 39 of the Constitution. So voting is so essential because, one, in a very simplistic term, voting is exercising your right and your voice, deciding how are you going to live, whether you're going to live in a dignified life for the next 5 years or not. What kind of hospitals are you going to have? What kind of economy are you going to have in a country? What kind of roads are you going to have? What kind of schools, if you have kids, what kind of schools would you want your kids to go to.
So we now move to the next question. Okay, Mr. Ba, how do we ensure there is peaceful election in the country?
Wow, peaceful elections is so essential. And nothing cannot be achieved without peace. Gambia is a peaceful country. We've been voting since 1962, since until we became a republic, and then later we had a coup in 1994. Then we had elections 96, and since then our peace was so consolidated. And if you see Gambia is called the smiling coast of Africa, is because of its nature, its peaceful nature. So peace is of essence. We've seen other countries who has gone through war is because of elections, who have gone through violence, exactly, lack of unity, and then having all sort of problems is because people do not respect each other's differences. For instance, in a country, you have a diverse people, you have people from different walks of life, but we also have people from different political backgrounds. But the most important aspect of it is to respect each other's differences. Gambia is secular in nature, meaning we have different faith, we have different ethnicity, we have different people in this country. But the only thing that binds us is because we are Gambians. So peace, we cannot compromise it, and we really have to desist from hate speech, tribal bigotry, political sentiments against each other, poking each other unnecessarily.
This is because politics come and go, but the Gambia will forever stay. So from there, we will be going back for a short commercial break, and we'll be back shortly.
Welcome to the Gambia. This is where we call the land of smiling coast.
Okay, back from where we stop. Mr. Ba, you as the president of the Gambia Press Union, GPU, what is the role of the media when it's come to election?
Okay, thank you very much. There cannot be a free, fair, credible elections without the presence of the media, and democracy cannot thrive without the media. Media plays a very critical, crucial role in ensuring a credible election. If you look at Section 207, 208, 209 of the Constitution of the country, it has clearly outlined the role of the media in holding the government accountable to the people, and also educating the masses on the policies, programs of government, and any other institution that is a public institution, hold them to account. And election is one of the ways citizens exercise their rights. In doing so, you have different players. For instance, the Electoral Management Body, which is the IEC, is responsible to administer and have an oversight function, execute the election. And the Electoral Management Body is so important that people should understand how they operate, and also people should ensure that whatever they do it in accordance with the law. So that is where the media comes into play, to ensure that people, one, are educated on voter education, which is knowing the electoral calendar and the processes that are involved, and also on voter information, and then on voter education, that is knowing why people should vote and be voted for. So it is important that media plays a very key role, which is educating the masses, as I said, on voter information and voter education. These are the two major roles of the media, and also holding the players accountable, not only the electoral management body, but also politicians, making sure that the political manifestos, these manifestos are known to the public, and the media also make it very clear, give analysis, deep analysis on those manifestos, and also making sure that there is no fake news about what is going on, because we are is very essential. Like for instance, politicians will just make pronouncement just to score political points, but it's the media that fact checks those statements, whether they are true or not, whether they are not misleading or not. So this is the role of the media, to ensure clarity, to ensure understanding, for people to make informed choices. That is why you see the media everywhere, because not every person, every voter can be everywhere. This is where we have media to serve as a platform that will ensure that these informations are filtered to the last, not last person actually, there is nothing like last person in the country, but to citizens of this country. So I believe it is important, and ensuring also peaceful elections. Media contributes a lot, because media can flag what we call hate speech alerts. Like for instance, if people are uh, politicizing political sentiments, using sentiments like religious sentiments to politicize, or using religious rhetorics, and so on, and so forward, ensuring that they want to get political score. It's the media that flags it out, telling people that, hey, this is.
So meaning
Um,
the media has a key role
of
to play.
course, absolutely. We have a very key role to play. Absolutely.
That's so interesting. Anyways, Mr. Ba, what do you have to say about the cases against IEC by Dr. Cisse and Mayfati, of course?
Yeah, it's democracy. In a democratic dispensation, we have institutions, and no institution is above the law. And you cannot, like, if there are no institutions to seek for redress, then it means we will live in a chaotic society. Hadn't been, like, for instance, when doctor was rejected, if there is no institution that will ensure that there is a redress, then you will see people will be angry, and they can come out and then vent their anger, which can cause disaster. But because there are courts, that is why it is important that due process is followed. So I believe IEC is a learning curve for the Independent Electoral Commission. IEC should definitely ensure that they have a legal unit that will help them in their work. For instance, looking at whatever IEC does is not through discretional or sentiment, or based on sentiment. It should be based on due process. So who are the ones that are going to help them is the legal luminaries, people who understand, legal experts, people who understand the law. And I believe an institution like IEC should have a legal unit, so that they don't interpret the law at a layman level. They will interpret it based on what the law intends, to the intention of the law. So this is what is going to help the institution to grow, and they will also avoid mistakes, because these are probably procedural mistakes that the court detected. So I think it's important that IEC learn from this. And yeah.
Because one of the mottos by IEC is fair play, transparency, and integrity. So this is what we, the citizens of the Gambia, that's what we are expecting from them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they have to go through procedures. So I believe it's a learning curve going forward, because there are a lot of, even the laws, we need these legal reforms. The next government coming should ensure that there is a robust legal reform, electoral reform, because there are a lot of gaps in the laws. We understand that these are decrees, election decrees, and we need a new law which will address the current realities and ensure that there is no gap that will bring, mismanagement or gaps that will also have problems in our electoral systems. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Mr. Ba, we now move to the last question. Okay, Mr. Ba, what advice will you like to give to people in terms of violence, etc.? Hence, we are heading to the 4th December presidential election.
Yeah, first I will advise people to go and vote peacefully. It is December 4th. People should go out and vote massively, because this election is the first election after post-dictatorship. It's the first election where all political parties have a level playing field.
That's why it's something very interesting.
Absolutely, and it's the first elections, presidential elections, we have this huge amount of candidates, like 6 candidates. After 26 filing their nominations, 21 rejected, others withdraw, and now we have 6 candidates, 5 political parties, and 1 independent candidate. So you have a taste to choose. You have the variety of, taste. They are selling their merchandise. So I believe, having more probably merchandise where you can choose is better than just having maybe few. So, but this is multi-party democracy, and I believe people are listening, and they will choose probably who they think is the right candidate. So people go and vote. That is what I'm telling you. Voting, it starts from 8 o'clock, it ends at 5. 8 to 5. Please go and vote. Just after voting, to maintain the peace, 1, just go and vote, respect the queue, also respect COVID guidelines, and then whenever you go, you vote, and then you go home. Listen to the radio, the TVs, and do not also be excited by false news. Because people can just say, hey, this candidate has won. Know that it's the IEC that has the final verdict in announcing the results. Though we can say, yeah, this is the results, but we have no right, or no one has the moral authority to declare a winner. Then the IEC has the mandate as per the law. Also, when you go, please don't be on the streets canvassing for votes. That day is no-go area for campaign. After the 2nd, the 3rd is a cooling off day, 4th is election. So please don't canvass. Don't also go with your campaign materials like the pictures of your candidates, or a scarf, or T-shirts, or anything that is related to your party color. Maybe plain yellow, or plain ash color, or plain brown, or blue. Purple, yes, so a purple, exactly, a violet color. So we should avoid those colors just for the day, so that we can have peaceful election. And I'm also urging this security to definitely do their job. Let them not harass anyone. I know they are so professional. During the nomination, they've manifested it. Let them be so professional. And the media also should do their role as expected, educating the people how to vote, where to vote, and when to vote, which is very important. So, yeah, thank you. This is the young people. Okay. We constitute the 57% of the voter population, as well as the women. Let us go out in our numbers. We don't need voter apathy. After spending more than 400 million in this election, we cannot afford to just let that money. Let's go and vote for any candidate because it's secret ballot. Sure. Go, take your marble, and put it in the drum of your candidate. Thank you.
Okay, let's come to the end of the program. We will be back next week, Wednesday. I am sure that was a very fruitful discussion. MS, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and feature at Better Future Production. Till then, is a bye from me, Miss Hadijo, your host.